it's great to see him enjoying his time here.
Domas, did you guys feel like you came out with different intensity in that second half than maybe what you showed in that first half?
Yeah, we wanted to put the game away early, and we definitely did not, and we just needed to make a bigger run and a bigger effort on defense.
Domas, 2 for you. First, Tiger, how was it hitting the button, buddy?
Tiger, how was hitting the button? Did you like it?
Yeah, it was good.
Good.
I believe it. For you, Domas, how much more can this team give over the next week to get prepared for a play-in tournament that you guys played in last year?
We just, we have home court advantage. The fans are going to do their job and give us energy, and we got to lock in. They're a very tough team. Forget about their record. Everyone's back, everyone's healthy. And they're a big physical team, and we're going to have to really figure out how to get this dub.
Domas, I have to ask you. It's really been a checkered season, but you guys reached 40 wins, and that hasn't been done in many, many, many years. So this is 3 straight seasons that you have 40 or more. How do you feel about that, with this organization compared to the season that you had?
Yeah, it's been a lot of ups and downs. A lot of things happened in 1 year. And like you said, we ended up getting 40. It's not the number we wanted or the seed we wanted. But I feel like we're playing our best basketball these last 6, 7 games, 8 games, and we got to use that momentum into the play-ins.
Domas, you've watched Keon's role get bigger and bigger season by season, even month by month. He finished with 121 steals and I think 63 blocks this season. I mean, what can you speak to just the versatile defender that he is for this team?
It's amazing. He's knocking down shots on defense, doing everything for us. He cleans up so many mistakes for us, and that has definitely helped us get where we are today.
You end the regular season doubling your three-point attempts and over 40%. Can you just speak to, how much work you put into that and how good it feels to accomplish that?
Just a lot of summers, a lot of work, a lot of summers with Doug. Just trusting it, sometimes it doesn't happen overnight. You just got to keep doing it. And hopefully I can keep it up, into next season, postseason, and the rest of my career.
Domas, obviously this was a difficult up and down season, but how refreshing is it to get this playing opportunity? And is it like a brand new season?
Yeah, it's refreshing. 2 games starting with one Wednesday, and we're in the playoffs again, so to do that for this city, this franchise would be amazing.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's go, Tiggy.
Great job, buddy.
Wow.
Coming next.
Keon, you guys have, been through a lot this season. But how do you feel just kind of about where you guys are at right now and how you're playing going into the play-in tournament?
I think we feel good. The last couple of games, we've been playing some good basketball, played some good teams, some playoff teams. So the effort and energy and our focus, everything is there, But some games we come up with the win, some games we haven't. But I think everything's there for us in those games.
Keon, for you this season, 121 steals leads the team, 63 blocks is second just to Keegan. I mean, your growth on the defensive end and just your impact on the defensive end. I guess, what do you make of the year that you've had and what you try and bring to that end of the floor?
I mean, definitely happy for myself. I mean, that's kind of my role out there and what I'm out there to do. So definitely glad that I can perform at that level on that end. But just good to see that all the I would say preparation or the way that I think about the game on the defensive end is working out. So yeah, that's it. Cool.
Okay.
How important was it to get this game? Obviously, you guys had to play in locked in or whatever, but to have this game at home and to have the first game of the play-in tournament be Wednesday.
I mean, I think it's huge just from a standpoint of it's a home court advantage. You don't have to travel, go anywhere else, play in front of your home crowd, a familiar place, and you got the fans behind you. So a lot of those factors, you think about when before the game tonight. So definitely still had to come out and get the win regardless as to, whatever the other team had going on. So so definitely good to solidify the win and make sure we have that home court advantage in that first one.
Keon, you guys are going to be off for the next couple of days, though, and you have played in a couple play-in games, though. How important it is, to get this and then have another opportunity because the playoffs should be you guys' focus.
And you're asking how important? I mean, it's approach it as it is. I mean, we all know it's a one-game elimination, so it's kind of a little bit more pressure, I would think, than a playoff series. Playoffs, you lose one, you still have 3 more losses before you're out. So, but in a game like the one on Wednesday, that's your one and only shot. So, I think everything has to line up and connect for us because there's no second chances at that.
What do you feel like you learned from playing in the play-in previously, and how much do you look forward to getting to do that in front of the home crowd here?
What do I feel like I've learned? I mean, it's definitely playoff basketball. I mean, the physicality is there. You could just kind of feel it while you're out there. There's something on the line that you're playing for, and the intensity's picked up on both ends for both teams. So it's definitely not. It's a little more intense than a regular NBA game, but that's what I'm expecting.
Thanks, Keon.
Yep.
Locker room's open.
Oh my God.
Good afternoon, everybody. Well, first of all, super excited for the guys in the city to be able to qualify, and now we are one at a time, 2 wins away from getting to the next step of our journey. Looking at tonight, 11 fast break points in the second half. After 0 in the first half, I was really excited about the tempo because that was part of what we wanted to do was push the basketball. 31 assists is always a number, 30 and higher. So the sharing was there, and second half pick and roll coverages I thought were better, were more aggressive, were more impactful, and that's, as we go along this journey, each of those things has to be tightened up. So credit to the guys, but super excited for them. I told them very proud of the fight, the determination that they showed in the face of a lot of different adversity that's went on this year, and that's a big credit to them. So congratulations to them, the organization, and our city. Yeah.
Domas ends the season with a career high above 40% from three, doubled his attempts from last year. He kind of credited the time he spent with you working on that. I mean, how much did you see him, commit himself to that, and how good is it to see it all pay off?
He credited me, huh? Wow.
A little bit.
Checks in the mail, Domas. Listen, our time spent together is, I learned a lot. I hope that he learned a lot. It's a two-way street. Like, he has to trust me enough, because when you go through something to try to improve, normally you go backwards a little bit. And when you go backwards, do you trust enough that it's going to get to where it's going to get? And, it's a lot of time, me, him, and Leandro Barbosa, early mornings, late nights, and just going over it. Sometimes he was really frustrated with me, and I learned new Lithuanian words. But it's all to Domas. He's a spectacular player, has a spectacular drive, and a tremendous upside for a guy who's been two-time All-NBA. So I do appreciate it, but he knows how I feel about him, and what he puts in the work is really where the credit goes.
Hey, Doug, Domas talked a little bit about how, this isn't necessarily the seed you guys wanted going into the postseason, things like that. But obviously, 10 teams going home, not playing any postseason basketball. Is there any perspective now that the season's concluded that you have of, I don't know, maybe of gratitude, or just a place of, you guys made it to extra games and now you can kind of lock in for those?
Not really, because it's not over. Like, I think when it's over and we're heading home with the trophy and we can all celebrate, like, then we might look back. But now you can't breathe in these moments, man. You gotta hold your breath. In the mouth, out the nose, in the nose, out the mouth. I believe that's how it goes. There we go. And that's really all. That's all that you can do, man. This isn't time to look back. This is a time to stay locked in, look forward, see the opponent that's in front of you. There's going to be a scouting report. There's going to be details. There's going to be things that we need to lock in on, and mediocrity is not going to be effective in this moment. So we gotta step our game up.
Doug, Keon ends the season leading the team in steals, second in the team in blocks. Can you just speak to the value of having a versatile defender like that and just what he's shown you over this year?
Super excited for Keon as we continue to watch his growth. I mean, shooting the ball, he shot at a really high clip. Defensively, he has just tremendous instincts, man, and he has the heart of a lion. He's not going to back down. There's bigger guys, stronger guys, but that doesn't matter to him. He just continues to fight. I get on him on some things, but he never takes it personally. He's always smiling. So for a coach, he's a wonderful pupil to have, because he's going to give you everything and bring it every time. Was it always perfect? No, but that's the name of our game. And he did one hell of a job this year, and he's experienced a lot this year. So hats off to him.
Kind of following up in that same vein, we in the media and fans tend to focus more on the offensive end, the high scores and everything, but the defensive efforts you got both from Keon and Keegan this year have been just stellar, game in and game out. What kind of impact has that had on your season? And have you seen their attitude toward defense kind of blend over to the rest of the team?
Well, I think it's a valid question. I think what I'm trying to get across is there's fun in defense as well. And it's a hard thing. The more people that you have that do it, it kind of funnels into those. When I think of Keon and I think of Keegan, I'm going to continue to say it, is I think they're all league defenders. But then you also add Jake, and then you add DC to that, and now, you know, you start to have 1, 2, 3 defenders on the floor, and people feel the gravity. They feel the physicality, and that's, you know, Keegan and Keon set the tone for that, and those other guys have come in and they've really added a spark on the defensive end. So hopefully they see that we don't have a game like football where there's two sides of the ball the way it is. There's a yin-yang thing to what we do, but if yin is offense, it can't overpower. There has to be an evenness to it, and that evenness is what I think when you find fun, then it becomes even. When you think that it's work and dressed up like overalls, then it's not a good thing. Yeah.
Doug, how big has it been for you guys to add JV to this roster, given
big, yeah.
Yeah, but big in every sense.
Right.
But you know, Domas being in and out a little bit, and then also, you know, the physicality as it picks up when you get into postseason play. Just how important has that been for you guys?
You know, I think for the front office and management and our organization to pick him up was brilliant, because when it happened, Domas went down. And if he's not there, I don't, you know, it's tough, man. Like, we haven't played with a true point guard. Then all of a sudden, if he wasn't there, we wouldn't have a true center. Like, you know, but he has been great. His physicality, his attitude in the locker room, his attitude on the bench. He's been everything that I thought he would be. I hadn't coached him as as one of my players. I trained him in the offseason once, and he was fantastic, but, he was on a different team. And then once we get him to see the type of human being he is, the type of teammate he is really solid. So he has been a big-time MVP for us.
Coach Christie, Kings have won 40 or more wins in 3 straight seasons since the era that you played. So just want to know that, it's not a winning season, but to reach 40, is that any type of special meaning to you?
Yeah. I mean, I want more. I'm a little bit greedy. So, 40 is cool. I really would have, when I look back now, when I do get a chance, I'm going to see all those, the Kawhi left-handed shot. I'm going to see, I'm not getting myself in trouble, so I'm going to shut up. I see a lot of stuff that there's the ability for us to take that next step. But the teams that take that next step are physical and aggressive and consistent. And we're where we're at because there was some inconsistency in how we approach things, and you can't do it. You can't fall into it. You can't let it happen. And it's human nature. But I do know that there are a lot of teams out there that fight against that, and these guys have done that. Not perfectly, but I love them for every time they went out there and they gave it up, because that's big time. Yeah, for sure. Appreciate y'all. Thank you, guys.